Okay, so let's talk about our first day. So, got on the ferry, not a problem. Stayed overnight in Harwich Port, and when we arrived in Hooker Holland, our internet didn't work, despite us having roaming on, mobile data on, all that bollocks. Couldn't get the internet to work, which meant as we left the ferry, we only had the actual proper lorry sat nav. We didn't have Park for a Night, we didn't have Street View, we didn't have any of that. And we didn't actually have a location because we'd saved that in those apps, which gave us a bit of a problem when we went off the ferry. Anyway, so we ended up in Rotterdam, and it's getting dark at this point. And Rotterdam is a big city, I guess like Leeds or whatever. Not the place you want to be driving around. A bus on the wrong side of the road, in the dark, not having a fucking clue where you're going, no destination in mind. Looking for parking in Rotterdam, what a fucking nightmare that was. Ended up in this, what can only be described as a housing estate. Don't know how I ended up there, but anyway, they'd put fucking Atlas stones on each corner, you know. And the owner was outside directing me. On the radios we've got little two-way fucking walkie-talkie things. Anyway, we managed to clip one of these boulders. I'll see if I can flip the camera around. Does that flip the camera around? No, I don't know what the fuck that does. Whoops, I've probably just screwed this video up. Never mind. Anyway, I don't know if you can see. Where am I looking? Yeah, basically I'll put a nice grate in there. Now, the danger would have been had I, clipped that step there, because that step's permanently out, and that clearly would have ripped off the front of the bus. So we got pretty lucky there. Bit of a shouting match, you know, whose fault was it, blah blah blah. We got over that. Decided at that point that Rotterdam wasn't worth it, so we got on the motorway and headed towards Germany. But it was getting pretty dark, so we pulled off at this town where by this point we've managed to get one of the phones to give us Google Maps. We still don't have the router working or my phone, so we found this Park for a Night. Now I'm going to need to turn this camera around now to show you this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, fuck it, I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, cut a long story short, we're in the city centre. Take a right hand turn and the bus pivots on its back wheels. Yeah, we clipped a traffic light. Yeah, ripped the, what can only be described as the eyelid off the traffic light. You could see the look of horror in all the pedestrians' faces in the mirrors. I was like, fuck. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can. Right, you see that behind me? I've taped it up. That was all ripped off. I've just taped it up, but that's going to need riveting back in. Again, that could have been so much worse because I caught just up here. Yeah, but it could have ripped the whole back end of the bus off. So yeah, basically we had 2 crashes in one day. Both of them could have ripped the front of the bus off and the back of the bus, so incredibly lucky. So yeah, I'll show you a little bit about this place in the next video, where we've ended up. So we've been here a couple of days, and today we're off to RAF Larbrook. Had a little scoot about there yesterday, For what it's worth, this scooter that scooter there is what they call Caboo Mantis King 10 or Mantis King Pro. Best 1200 quid I've ever spent. Absolutely amazing. Got it almost brand new. Really allows us to explore, otherwise Fiona wouldn't be able to go anywhere. So yeah, 2 crashes, 1 day. Oh, we went to a cannabis cafe as well. In that town, after hitting the lamppost, we needed to get out and kind of reset. Fiona had a couple of space cakes. They're €5 each. Didn't really affect her apparently. And I got a gram of, don't know what it was, cherry something or other. Proper dense bud. You just get 1 bud, a gram, €13 I think it was. But when you grind it up, it just goes into a fine powder. It's like completely different to UK weed. But what's really weird is they see Californian weed as superior to their own weed. I don't know why exactly, but that seems to be premium brands. A little bit weird, but yeah, that was entertaining. Went across the Dutch border into Germany. Didn't even see a bloody border, which is a good job because I still had a spliff on me. But yeah, we made it and we ended up at this tennis club, which I will detail in a minute.